You won't believe it. You just will not believe it.
Well, TGI Friday and happy Friday, my free thinkers. Welcome back to another video. Today is Follow-Up Fridays, and boy, do I have a jam-packed show for you, following up with so many stories. And yeah, you won't believe it. You just won't believe it. So let's start off with Fresh and Fit. Take a look at this.
Man, we got a very important announcement for you guys.
It won't be the same, bro.
Yeah. The channel has been kicked off the YouTube partner program. Just keep it straight with
If you
y'all.
look right now, you can't even super chat or
You can't even super chat right now.
Yep.
So this is the beginning of the end of this era.
We're working with YouTube to try to come to a middle ground and, you know, work together and figure this out. But for now,
We don't even know why.
We don't know the specific reason. When you guys send me your DMs and say, yo, you saved my life. Yo, you send me a picture of your credit score. Yo, my girl is making sandwiches now, or whatever it is, right? We've helped a lot of you guys from killing yourselves, from making a really bad decision. What I'm asking you guys is, just like we've saved you guys, we need you guys to save us. We need you guys to support us.
Wherever we go. Fresh and Fit, you guys saved my life. Yo, you changed my entire life. I'm now happy because I was so depressed.
Guys, it's gotten to the point now where even where we shoot the location doesn't want us to stay here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fucking have to say that shit. I really didn't want to have to admit that. Dude, there is a matrix, man. Like, people don't want you guys to get this message, dude. I love doing this. I'd be lying to you guys if I didn't say I didn't love doing this. I left a job that I truly loved to do this, right? Because I shouldn't be admitting this, but saving children, right? That was great. But saving you guys is better.
There is indeed a matrix out there, no doubt. Ones and zeros. But I don't know if it had to do with this exactly. They've had a lot of things going on with their channel, and I'm not a fan particularly, but I've heard from other people, and I'm not subscribed to them. But I thought it would be interesting to cover this. What do you guys think of Fresh and Fit being canceled, being demonetized? I actually don't think it'll last, because if you can check and see their channel, unlike other channels that have actually been deleted, their channel is still up. So I believe that there's some talks and some works going on behind the scenes. Tell me what you guys think, because I think some emails and things like that are being sent, and things are going to work themselves out. Maybe, maybe not. If not, hopefully the following will follow them to Rumble. If you like content like this, by the way, like, share, and subscribe. All the current stories I'll be letting you know as soon as I dig into them and see what's going on.
Not being reported right now in the news, but on a neighboring island of Lanai, they found 183 bodies washed ashore there. There's 800 as of today reported missing. There are many hundreds that are being refrigerated right now, trying to get ID. They're asking people on the island to provide their DNA so they can match DNA to others. Outside the media, they're expecting this to reach almost 2,000 people in death toll. This is right up there among the worst, if not the worst, since us becoming a nation as fires go. 85 Paradise, and that was considered the worst.
That was Pastor Jack Hibbs telling you what the media isn't telling you, at least the mainstream media for that matter, or for that reason. But here's what's being told to you on media. Check this out.
Federal Emergency Management Agency, the team that's supposed to be digging through the ashes and delivering aid, has turned the tragedy into a junket. FEMA booked themselves into 5-star luxury Hawaiian resorts. They're shacking up at the Maui Four Seasons, beachfront, of course, Rooms there are $1,000 a night. It's not just the Four Seasons. FEMA agents are also posting up at the Fairmont Key Lani in Maui, where rooms range there from $1,300 to $4,500 a night. FEMA agents are also crashing at the Grand Wailea Astoria, 5 stars of course. Are these the hotels Biden's FEMA officials should be staying in, gallivanting around in and drinking in, as search and rescue operations are underway with 500 kids still missing? Now, FEMA has confirmed that they're staying at these hotels. Biden's giving Maui fire victims $700, while his FEMA officials sleep at luxury resorts that cost more than that per night. FEMA officials could stay at the Days Inn, where you could get an oceanfront view for $250 a night. We confirmed it. Rooms are still available there. Now, when did FEMA develop this taste for the finer things in life? Because FEMA's administrator, Deanne Criswell, is complaining that they don't have enough money.
We're watching our disaster relief fund very closely. Our estimates do still stay that we may have a depletion of our fund now. I mean, this is a day-by-day monitoring of the situation. We will start to move some of our recovery projects and delay them until the next fiscal year.
Whoa, FEMA has a $25 billion budget.
Yeah, exactly. So my question is, as they say, make it make sense. It's not making sense. Biden can give millions, even close to billions, I'm not sure exactly, to Ukraine, but you only give $700 to the families in need, the ones that were able to survive this horrible tragedy. And meanwhile, FEMA is basically on a luxury vacation, staying at high-end 4- and 5-star hotels off the beach and in coast, and just basically living it up when they can be at, like he said, the Days Inn. This is ridiculous. This is absurd. And in my opinion, it's despicable.
We've talked all week about Maui Police Chief John Pelletier. He's the guy who was in charge of the 2017 Las Vegas shooting that, to this day, still remains a mystery. Pelletier is the same dude who on a previous video we found out received a pay raise only 50 days after he started the job. $205,000 per year, which was a 29% raise. That was even more than he asked for. Okay, so we know who we're talking about, right? Now get this. The Maui Police Chief with the dark trail of controversy and bad luck around him is also the Maui coroner.
I gotta tell you, I met with them. I'm also the coroner, for those that don't know that.
How convenient. Oh, but it gets worse. HB 869 was a bill that passed on January 23rd of this year, just 1 month after Josh Green took office. But what does HB 869 say? What does it do? Well, the very first section, Section 1, states, the legislature finds that coroners should be separate from law enforcement and free to make independent judgments when investigating deaths. Wow, just wow. It also says, under current state law, the chief of police for a county serves as the coroner if the county does not have a medical examiner. Making coroners independent from law enforcement will promote transparency, avoid conflicts of interest, and encourage more confidence in coroners' rulings. Remember, Maui Police Chief John Pelletier told reporters that the fire had melted metal, making the remains extremely difficult to identify.
When we find these, our family and our friends, the remains we're finding is through a fire that melted metal. We have to do rapid DNA to identify them.
With Pelletier both being in charge of the police department and in power of the investigations of the deaths, there certainly seems to be a sinister conflict of interest here. He knows exactly how many children are missing. After all, we're talking about families living in a small 5.7 square mile area. He can certainly figure out how many children were living in each home.
Exactly. They know exactly how many have passed and how many are still missing and could possibly be casualties as well. They're just holding back this information because this is by far the worst tragedy on American soil next to that shooting in Las Vegas. It's just ridiculous. I can't believe that this is actually going on, if this is actually true. And you can call these conspiracy theories, or you can look this up for yourself. But this is going on, and this is not good. This is not good. And we need to share this video. We need to get the word out to everyone so they can know what's really going on, and they can decipher for themselves whether they believe their government, trust their government, or if they're skeptics of their government, as I am.
Matt Wallace tweeted, "What are the chances that the same guy would be chief of police in two completely different states for both the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history, Vegas shooting, and also the deadliest wildfire, Maui fires, in over 100 years in the U.S., with nearly 500 FEMA personnel on the ground in Maui, along with 270 Red Cross workers, 400 Hawaiian National Guard members, and close to 200 U.S. Army reservists? There is no way that they are still not aware of the numbers. No way." Will Cain provided his explanation as to the missing children reports, or lack thereof.
Lead to me. And this is what I've been told. The number's going to be way higher. All of those guys said that reluctantly to me. They didn't want to put numbers on it. They saw many, many bodies. Now I want you to know that as well when I tell you this. There were a lot of children that were sent home from school that day. We need to find out what happened to all those kids. I will say, in all of my days over there this past week, having talked to a lot of people, you don't hear people saying, I still can't find this person, or I still can't find that person. There's not a great outcry of a missing child or a missing cousin. That does exist, but I'm just telling you, if the numbers are in the 500 to 1,000, I would have thought I would have heard that more. So that does leave me with one last potentiality, which is entire families are gone. Entire groups of people who could not escape, and no one left to say, where is my cousin, where is my uncle, where is my child? I do think, and I am concerned, it's going to be a story that gets worse before it ever looks better. It's tragic.
Sad to say, it is tragic. And like I said before when I covered the story, I did a video on this, and I said unfortunately like 4 or 5 times. And I foresaw that, unfortunately, the number count, the death toll would rise. And it's probably far more than we could ever imagine. And that's why they're trying to keep this under wraps. In closing thoughts, what do you guys think about this? Why do you think the government is hiding it? How do you think the fire actually started? And do you think that the children were actually sacrificed? These are all these theories that are going on, because they said the fire may have been started by drones, these flame-throwing drones that they call lasers. But let me know your word on this and your thoughts. With that being said, I hope you like this video that I compiled, and I hope you have a great weekend. Be safe, be well.